Hello YouTube, welcome back to the Basement Card Collector. Today's video we're going to share some pickups from our local card shop. I haven't been in a while, and so I did stop in, and actually I was kind of shocked. The actual owner had become really sick and had a buddy kind of pinch hitting for him, if you will, and so it's kind of part of having a local card shop. You get to become buddies with the owner, and so when he was gone, he kind of told me about him and just was a new person, and so he actually had to make the phone call and take a picture of what I was buying and send a price back and forth. So we actually communicated through this guy's phone, taking photos and asking what we would, what would it cost for this. That's how this card shop works. Really, you just give him the stack of cards and he just gives you the number, which I really appreciate that. So I did stop in, I did pick up some things, and I picked up an all-timer, and I can't believe I have one of these. And we're gonna start with the kind of the least expensive and probably the coolest thing we found, and work up to that really cool thing. But before we go, joining us here on the stage, the Andre Dawson 89, a really cool Ron Santo jersey card, that baby blue. And one of the Sports Illustrated cards, the Lou Brock autograph. I think I've showed this before, 1999 Fleer, but just a really cool way to get a legendary autograph back then for me. So now he was a Cubby, but here he is shown on that other team from St. Louis. But pretty sweet card, and I'm really glad to have that in the collection. I found one cool card in the quarter box. Just a 1980 Topps Tom Seaver. Nothing too special, but I have a little miniature Tom Seaver run, and I have this in the set, but for a quarter. It was a pretty cool find. It was just a quarter binder, actually, which I'd been through many times before. But like I said, with the owner not there, I found myself looking through some stuff that I just never really noticed before, and I found that for a quarter. I thought that was a pretty cool deal. I found this really cool Mets baking set, and it's Mets with a Z, you can see. So here on top is the Nolan, and this was in the dollar box, and it actually has two colors, like this tan, and one set is blue, one part of it is blue. So that was pretty cool for $1. I do love those little box sets and just odd sets like this, so I was kind of pumped to get that. Let's see if we can squeeze that back there. And I found a couple cards for my 74, actually for two reasons, a 74 Topps set and my 74 Topps Cubs team set. So I picked up a Steve Stone, actually 3 traded cards, Steve Stone, Minderwald, and Pena, but to go with that 74 Topps. And if I have, I'm going to need to find doubles because I'm trying to build this 74 set outright, and then I also would need a separate Cubs team set, so that was kind of cool. And then as I was digging around, looking through, like I said, usually I spend my time talking and looking through the same boxes, but today on this trip, I kind of was digging in spots that I just didn't really know because I didn't really have the connection with this new, like I said, pinch hitting worker working at the card shop. So I found this binder, and it was loaded with cards from the 60s, some 50s, mostly 60s, but they were split up into player by teams, but then also by players on that team. So look at what we ran through here, and I'm super pumped to bring these guys home. 72 Santo in the garbage bag warm-up. But look at that background. Some trees. Looks like he's on a farm maybe, hitting out in the pasture. But 1972 Topps, and again, I'm going to run into a little bit of a pickle here because, again, I'm going to eventually get to this set. I just don't know how I'm going to find doubles of all of them, but a 72 Santo, which I thought, whoa, and these are all on the same page. Check out this. A 65 Santo. Now, it's kind of it's got some love. Here he is. He's jumped out of the farm, and here he's in the big stadium. But man, that 65 set is just one of the coolest looking sets. You can see somebody put their initials up there, Mr. DT perhaps. But again, that didn't cost it was worth whatever the total turned out to be. Super pumped to get that. And then here, it would be my second coolest card we brought back. Look at the shape of this thing. Wow. 64 tops, Ron Santo. Very crisp, very clean. And if I sent things in to be graded, I think this would be one. I don't, so I won't, but it is in excellent condition. Even it's just a very clean looking card. I love that cubby on the shoulder. Just a very young looking Ron. Just looks awesome. And up until this time, I'd only ever had this 1964 Santo from the archive set. And really, they're just in about the same kind of shape. The only difference here is, of course, they designate, hey, this is not a real thing. This is the... But super pumped to get that. And I'd like to show you probably, and for one reason only, and I'm going to show you, any other day, this would have been my number one, and it wouldn't have even been a close second. But today, of all the days, I finally brought home. I am super pumped to get it, and I think I'll have to dig out another one of his cards eventually. On the page behind the Santo page was this beauty. My very first Lou Brock on a Cubbies card. 1964 Topps Lou Brock, and it is also a fantastic looking card. The back is so clean with that white and like peach color. And as a Cubby fan, it just makes me almost sad / happy to see him on this. But if you look, first year in the minors, he led the league in runs, hits, doubles, and batting. That sounds familiar. Just fast forward a couple years. Explosive bat, quickly earned him a shot with the Cubs. Noted for his speed on the bases, the outfielder swiped 16 bases as a rookie. And then sadly, of course, he went on to become a Hall of Famer for that other team, as mentioned before, with that autograph up there. So now I have a Lou Brock autograph to go along with a Lou Brock in his Cubbies uniform. And maybe someday I can dig up that 62 Topps rookie card of his. But at this stage, and super excited to bring home my very first Lou Brock in the correct uniform to go along with the 64 Santo, the 65 Santo, the 72, and a pretty cool little box set there that Mets Baking. Just a really cool stop into my local card shop and brought home some Cubby vintage goodness, and couldn't be more happier. And I got a great deal as usual, and just wanted to share, put it out there for you guys to check out. And I want to say thank you again. Thank you for watching out there, and we'll see you next time.